Hi, I'm Wright, an accredited nutritionist, and I specialise in helping people all across the world achieve their goals without any silly fad diets. In this episode, we're going to be talking all about how you can make healthy food swaps. Making simple food swaps can have a significant beneficial impact on our overall health and our well-being. It can also be a really simple way of achieving your weight loss goals by creating a calorie deficit without necessarily having to start tracking everything you eat or having to do those extreme diets that cut out whole food groups or even macronutrients. In this video, we'll explore some simple food swaps that can help you achieve your weight loss goals while also feeling physically and mentally healthier by changing some of the less nutritious foods in your diet for more nutritious, tasty alternatives. What exactly is the purpose of making healthy food swaps? When it comes to making healthy food swaps, it's important to understand what they are and how they can benefit your overall health. Healthy food swaps involve replacing unhealthy ingredients or food choices with healthier alternatives. Another way of looking at it is that by making these swaps, you are lowering your intake of processed and less healthy ingredients while increasing your consumption of nutrient-dense foods that are more beneficial to your health. One of the major reasons to focus on healthy food swaps is that they can provide your body with the essential nutrients, vitamins, and minerals it needs for optimal health. For instance, swapping white rice for the likes of quinoa or whole grain rice will not only help better regulate your blood glucose levels, but it can also contribute towards increasing your fiber intake, better supporting your overall health, and helping you meet your nutritional needs. Making healthy food swaps can also allow you to reduce your calorie intake without necessarily feeling deprived. By choosing healthier alternatives, you can still enjoy your diet while consuming fewer calories. This is particularly beneficial if you're looking to lose weight or maintain a calorie deficit. But just what is a calorie deficit? I've mentioned the term a few times, but understanding what a calorie deficit is can be life-changing for those who may be struggling or have struggled with weight loss and weight loss maintenance in the past. This is especially true for those of you who have come from the world of the ever weirder fad diets. What was once an industry that told you cutting out bread was a solution to your problems has slowly developed into, okay, now you have to eat all your food raw or have the same diet as a caveman. What can I say, folks? If you don't laugh, you'll cry. But anyway, what is a calorie deficit? A calorie deficit is simply when you consume fewer calories than your body needs to maintain its current weight. In other words, you're creating an energy imbalance by consuming fewer calories than you're expending or burning. This prompts your body to tap into its existing stores for energy, which, ideally, is going to be body fat, ultimately leading to weight and fat loss. Regardless of what you may see on socials, a calorie deficit is a requirement for weight loss. This is not my opinion, it's more of a universal truth. Anyone arguing otherwise is following some kind of diet that has simply created a calorie deficit. And to be honest, that's essentially what all weight loss diets are. No matter what way you package it, any effective weight loss diet is heading towards the same destination, a calorie deficit. So, creating a calorie deficit is essential for weight loss as it forces your body to burn stored fat for energy. However, it's important to maintain a healthy, practical calorie deficit and not drastically reduce your calorie intake, as this can lead to a whole host of nasty consequences, including malnutrition, disordered eating, binge eating, rapid metabolic adaptation, loss of menstrual cycle, and a significant decline in exercise performance and recovery, to name just a few. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics have stated that a safe and sustainable daily calorie deficit is typically around 500 calories per day. But bear in mind that even this is depending on your individual needs, goals, and circumstances. What are some easy wins when it comes to making healthy food swaps? Okay, so now that we're aware of the benefits of healthy food swaps, particularly in assisting us in achieving a calorie deficit, what are some of the easy wins we can focus on and start implementing today? In my opinion, and having worked with so many weight loss clients over the years, one of the easiest swaps to make is by reducing the amount of sugar-sweetened drinks in a person's diet. These would include the likes of sugar-sweetened fizzy drinks, fruit juices, many commercially available smoothies, flavoured milk, and other drinks with added sugar. Data shows a strong link between the consumption of these drinks and your risk of obesity, so limiting your intake, if you're hoping to manage your weight, would be helpful. One of the potential reasons for that link is the fact that these drinks don't appear to have the same impact on satiety and fullness when compared to solid food counterparts. Further evidence supports this in the fact that it appears people who are drinking more calories don't adjust their intake of solid foods to compensate for the energy intake coming from fluids. Basically, they end up taking in a lot more energy than they ultimately need and or realize via sugary drinks. Here are a few simple ideas for swaps. Drop the sugar-sweetened fizzy drinks for the zero-calorie alternatives. You may want to drop the fizzy drinks altogether for diluting juice or water. I appreciate that this is a tough sell to go from one extreme to the other, so maybe ease yourself into having mostly water by first trying diluting juice and or flavoured water options. I'd also recommend avoiding store-bought smoothies where possible. Homemade ones tend to be fine, but the ones you can buy in shops are often jam-packed with added sugars. I'd also recommend dropping the flavoured milk or reserving it for in and around training and exercise. Flavoured milk may actually be a really useful post-workout recovery mix given the protein and carb combination. Another simple swap beyond dropping the sugary drinks would be to make protein-rich foods a priority. Research has routinely found that a higher protein intake, be it across the day or within a meal itself, is incredibly effective at promoting satiety, managing hunger, and reducing energy intake. Aim for at least a palm-sized portion of protein with each main meal and possibly look at reducing your carbohydrate and or fat intake alongside that. You might also want to start having more protein-rich snacks between meals to help manage hunger throughout the day while eating in a manner that favours weight loss and a leaner overall body composition. Try swapping out the chocolate bars and crisps for high-protein alternatives like protein bars and other rich protein snacks, and even include a few more high-protein yogurt and dairy products in your diet too. You might also want to consider the likes of lean meat jerkies, boiled eggs, although they can be a bit smelly, the odd protein shake, edamame beans, and roasted chickpeas are some other examples to consider that you can pick up on the go in almost any shop. Here's a few ideas to get you started. Choose whole grains over refined grains. You want to choose whole wheat bread, brown rice, quinoa, and whole grain pasta instead of their refined counterparts. Alongside more protein-rich snacks, it would also be good to add in more plant-based options too. Opt for lean proteins like chicken, turkey, fish, tofu, or legumes instead of processed meats like sausages and hot dogs. You can also try snacking on nuts, seeds, and or dried fruits with no added sugar instead of sugary sweets. Choose plain Greek yogurt and other high-protein yogurt options and add your own fresh fruits or a small drizzle of honey instead of flavoured yogurts loaded with added sugars. Opt for baked, grilled and or roasted versions of foods like chicken, potatoes and veggies instead of deep-fried options. Satisfy your sweet tooth with hydrating fruits like watermelon, cantaloupe and berries. I appreciate I've covered quite a bit there, so I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. Incorporating healthy food swaps into your diet doesn't have to be challenging, and in time it often becomes a passive behaviour rather than an ongoing conscious effort. Here are some tips to help you make the transition and stick to your new healthy food swaps. The most important of all, start gradually. Instead of completely overhauling your diet overnight, start by making some small changes. For example, swap one unhealthy snack a day with a healthier alternative and gradually increase the number of healthy food swaps over time. This approach allows your taste buds and habits to adapt to the new choices. You might also want to try experimenting with recipes. You can explore new recipes that incorporate healthy food swaps. There are countless resources online that provide delicious and nutritious alternatives to your favourite dishes. Why not spend an afternoon getting lost in the Myprotein TikTok rabbit hole that is healthy recipes, and you'll be sorted. Trust me. Be mindful of portion sizes. While healthy food swaps can support weight loss, portion control is still essential. Even nutrient-dense foods can contribute to weight gain if consumed in excessive quantities. Pay attention to portion sizes and listen to your body's hunger and fullness cues. If you're not sure on portion sizes, you can always default to our guide. Aim for a palm-sized portion of protein per meal and an equally sized serving of fruit and or veg. Go for a clenched fist-sized portion of grains or other nutritious carbohydrate sources. Finally, stick to a thumb-sized portion of fats. This isn't to say that there's anything wrong with fats. In fact, fats are plenty good for our health, but they are the most energy dense of the macronutrients, and so keeping them in check makes maintaining a healthy weight easier for most people. Make making healthy food swaps a priority in your life this year. Your body will thank you for it. Gradually incorporate these swaps into your diet to make the transition easier and watch your health improve over time. Let us know how you get on with your swaps, and as always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Myprotein YouTube channel for more helpful content, and be sure to keep asking the team questions so we can keep providing you with the most evidence-based answers.